Welcome to episode number 10 of the Texas Rangers March to October series, and today I'm going to be playing game 1 of the World Series, or at least what's left of it, because they're going to throw us in the top of the 5th. We are the home team. We broke the win record. We won 118-44, so I think we beat the Mariners, or we beat the single season, or the MLB record for the most wins in a single season, which was 116 set by the Mariners back in 2001. Fortunately, they lost in the ALDS. I'm not sure if they got swept in the ALDS, but then I know they lost in the ALDS. But we didn't. We swept the A's in the ALDS. Then we swept the Twins in the ALCS. You've been seeing Game 4 of the ALCS, which was last episode. Be right up here, top right corner. Should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. Like I said, we're the home team. I mean, we're the best record in the AL and the whole MLB. We're playing the Dodgers at home. We have home field advantage, like I said. Top of the 5th. 1-0 Rangers. So we're going to be playing about half of this game. So we're about to get into it. But before we get into it, yes, if you're wondering, I am actually filming this on a weeknight, a school night. 7:45 here on Tuesday, September 7th, which I just said my first day of school was today. For you guys, it won't be today. It could possibly be yesterday. It possibly could be another day. It depends when I post this, which will probably go up Wednesday. It'll probably go up Wednesday, which is for you guys if you're watching this the day I post this videos today, and my first day of school was yesterday. But this might be going up on Wednesday. It might not be, but either way, I did have homework. I was completely surprised about that. Because I usually, like, 9 times out of 10, they don't give us homework. Well, in this case, this is my 6th year at my school, which I'm not saying the name of it, but it's a private school. 6th year at that school. First 5 years, no homework on the first day of school. 6th year, they gave us homework. And I still was working all day. I have geometry, English 2, music, physical science, world history, and New Testament. And I got everything done except for physical science. And I got everything done except for physical science. But I did get 2 out of the 5 pages I needed for my goal. Like, I got every subject done except for physical science. And I did 5 pages in physical science and everything else except for music, where I do 3. So out of the 5 pages for my physical science goal for today, I did the first 2. So I only had 3 pages of physical science. So that's the reason why I didn't film this video. But also, I was expecting no homework, and then when I saw the homework slips come out, like these green slips, at like 3 o'clock, our school is from 8:20 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., I was like, wait, what? I was like, well, at least it's only 3 pages, so whatever. And it didn't take that long. Well, it didn't take it didn't take that, like, forever, but I didn't finish it quick. But it didn't take forever, so yeah, I wasn't done like in a flash like this, or I wasn't done in a flash, but it didn't take forever. So enough with that. Let's get into the game. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Rangers over the Dodgers at Low Light Field. Top of the 5th, 1-0 Rangers over the Dodgers in Game 1 of the World Series at Low Light Field in Arlington, Texas. This is technically the Dodgers have been, technically it's not their 7th straight World Series, because this is still 2020. So this is MLB Show 20, but you can't port over March to October's from MLB Show 20 to MLB Show 21. You couldn't even do that from you can't even port March to October's. You can never do that, but even from MLB Show 19 to MLB Show 20, but what you can't port from MLB Show 20 to MLB Show 21 is Road to the Shows and franchises. Let's get into Game 1 of the World Series. Let's do it. Corey Kluber's pitching for us. It's Matt Muncy. We're actually hitting them too. So yeah, we have 2 hits. Obviously, we have that 1 run. Through 4, Kluber has a no hitter, possibly a perfect game. Let's watch the condition. Matt Sturgeon. Win Game 1 of World Series. Dodgers fan right there. And the ALDS too. Dodgers did do 102 in City, and they do have Mookie Betts. We still have Joey Gallo, as you can see. That's him right there. Runs per game we're averaging 6. They're averaging almost 5, and this is in the regular season, but we average over 6 runs a game. They average almost 5 runs a game. Center, it's a center, cutter, curveball, forcing fastball, and a changeup for Kluber. And the shift is on apparently. That's foul ball. No quick counts, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately it'll be a full count, or like won't. They'll just start at 0-0 count. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looks like Ross Strickland and Scott Alexander are warming up in the Dodgers pen. It's a righty and a lefty. 45th pitch shown from Kluber. 0-2 count. And another foul ball. The battle. Well, it's only been 3 pitches. It's not really a good battle, though. At least it's up to like 6th. So, yeah, 0-2 count. And another foul ball. Here we go. Let's go with that curve right there. Yeah, they haven't won one yet. They were 1 strike away in the bottom of the 9th and the bottom of the 10th in Game 6 of the 2011 World Series against the Cardinals in St. Louis, but unfortunately lost that game 10-9 and 11, and then lost Game 7. I forgot the final score of Game 7, but they lost Game 7, and then lost in the World Series. Swing and miss, strike 3, 8 strike out for Kluber, and then also the year before they lost to the Giants in the 2010 World Series. And now they're obviously in the World Series for the first time and since 2011, which is 9 years ago. Technically, this is still 2020 in this game, or it is. Here's Jock Peterson, who's still on the Dodgers, although in real life now he's on the Braves, I believe. 129 hits, 127 games for Jock Peterson in the regular season. 50th pitch coming from Corey Kluber. But obviously now is on the Yankees. I know that. But obviously last year he was on the Rangers, and this is still on, but it showed 20. 0-2 down, and foul ball. So we'll be playing just over half of this game. Here we go, 0-2 count, and another foul ball. Kluber's windup is so slow. I mean, obviously it's faster when he's in the stretch and there's runners on, but there's no runners on. 0-2 count, got him, strike 3, 2 down. 9 strikeouts, and here's the postseason bracket. As you can see how these teams got to the World Series. We're 7-0 in the postseason, and the Dodgers are 7-3 in the postseason. So obviously we blew through the A's and the Twins, and the Dodgers beat the, I believe it said the Braves and Nationals. I said they did lose 3 games. Regular season, Corey Seager had a 4 WAR, which means wins above a replacement in 148 games. 0-1 count to the stud shortstop. Corey Seager versus Corey Seager versus Corey Kluber. 0-2 count, and swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck out the side. Halfway home in Game 1. Scores 1 up in Rangers here in Arlington. Okay. There's Danny Santana. Four-seam fastball, slider, 12-6 curve, a changeup, and a 2-seam fastball over Clayton Kershaw. I just guessed the 4-seam fastball. That's a line drive base hit. The difficulty is on rookie, by the way, and that will be cut off by Taylor, but it will be a double by Danny Santana, leading out the bottom of the 5th. And here's Todd Frazier now. That's a pop-up, darn it. Muncy's under it, and there is 1 down. Not sure if Bellinger might be at front. No, he's not. I forgot. I don't know. I said it to be at first. Here's Guzman, who walked last time. It's been a 240 here in the postseason. Kershaw in that windup. Here we go. First pitch. Slider on the other half of the plate, but in the zone. Foul ball. Signed out of the Dominican Republic, Guzman did. It's cool how it says that, because I've never seen that before. Here we go, 0-1 count. That's a line drive, or fly ball rather, center field. and Taylor will make the catch. I'm not gonna tag. It would have been close. I just don't want to take the chance. The outfield should still store him, although there's 2 outs. Here's Elvis Andrews. I know he's in real life he's on the A's, but in this game he's still on the Rangers. Remember, it's MLB Show 20, like I said. And also, it's like it says in the title. Here we go, that's it. That's a line drive, will get down. No, as Taylor almost overran that. He had to reach back to did it, but he does. Due up for the Dodgers, Davin Lutz, Will Smith, and Chris Taylor. So, I'm not sure if do they have Bellinger? I don't know. Because Taylor's in center. Bellinger's the DH. Because I forgot where American League Park. I didn't forget that, but so it looks like what they have is it's Muncy, Lutz, Cedar, and Turner in the infield, Peterson, Taylor, and Betts in the outfield, and Bellinger's the DH. Then we have Andrew McCutchen as the DH, and then we have Guzman, Odor, who I know in real life is in the Yankees, but obviously don't be the show 20, Andrews, and Frazier. In the outfield we have Gallo, Santana, and Mancini, and then, like I said, McCutchen's the DH. And then the benches is Matt Beatty, Austin Barnes, Keaton Hernandez, and AJ Pott for the Dodgers, Sin Shu Chu, Willie Calhoun, Jeff Mathis, who's like 35, isn't he? Nit Solad and Matt Duffy on the bench. So we have 5 bench players at 4. So yeah, and also, we also have 2 righties where I'm at. Why do we have 2 righties? I don't like how it does that. So for now, let's just sit down, because I don't think when your pitcher's throwing at least a no-hitter, I'm not sure if it's a perfect game or not. It's not, because we would facing them. We'd be facing the number 7 batter here, but facing number 8. He hasn't walked the guy though. It might or an error. It might have been like a hit by a pitch or something. So it does have a no-hitter though, and that is, why was that not a strike? One on town, that's the one I missed. 1-2. They can score, by the way, although it's on a rookie. You might not or on be dinner. Swing and miss, strike 3, 1 down. They have scored, I believe, against me before. 11 straight up for Kluber. 1 swing here, still to tie the game, and here is Will Smith, who is the catcher, and our catcher is Robinson Chirinos, I believe. That's just outside. I believe, our catcher is Chirinos, Robinson Chirinos, and their catcher is Will Smith. Here we go. So, unfortunately, the camera died because the last flip ended. Didn't really die, but the last flip ended. He did swing and miss. It's now 1-1. This Will Smith, top of the order, and Chris Taylor to follow. And that is a strike, 1-2. One and two. And remember, in the real-life World Series, the World Series was at Low Light Field, just was the Rays and the Dodgers. Here, obviously there's no bubble in this game, but it's still at Low Light Field because the Rangers aren't in. Here we go. 65th pitch shown, 1-2 count, and that's a foul ball. Almost hit the umpire. Might have nipped him, but it looked like it went right past, like right in between his legs. 1-2 count. That's swing, miss, strike 3. 2 down. 5 straight strikeouts. So all 5 players I've faced so far has been a strikeout. I want to see the box score. Yeah, there was a hit by a pitch. But Chris Taylor is now up. Got hit by a pitch. That's the only base runner they have. So unfortunately, no perfect game. But the no-hitter's still intact. They're 5 2/3. And that's a ground ball. First ball hit in play off of Kluber since I've started controlling, and Taylor is out by a hair. There were 6. No, Kluber still has that no. 1-0 Rangers. That was close to Taylor almost beat that out, but he didn't. That was the first ball hit in play since I started controlling the Rangers, which I did in the top of the 5th. Bomb sits now. Here's McCutchen, the DH. It's 1 for 2. 1-0 Texas. And that's a fly ball. Just kind of got jammed. Fly out the bats. 1 down. And here's Mancini 0 for 2 with a strikeout. He's our right fielder. Got him via trade from Baltimore during the season. And that was a Heyman slider and will fall in front of Betts' base hit. And by the way, my physical science, like I said, I had 3 pages for homework. It's 2 pages. I have a reading page where it's a reading page where there's like paragraphs and stuff about like the scientific method, a theory, a hypothesis. I completely botched that. Sorry about that. And then and where all the answers are. And then my other pace, which is the same pace, is where the questions are. Here's Gallo. He laces one in the right center field. That would go all the way to the wall by the bullpen. And I'm not gonna send him. So it's a double. I'll hold the runner at third. Would have been close. Balls they probably would have thrown it quicker. But it's a double. Runner sent in third, one out. And here's Chirino. It's over to the flat center. Controller shaking. Infield is back. But the runner at third only has 44 speed and 0 steal. First pitch. And then, it's a high four-seamer at 91. And it popped up to Smith. Smith to catch and foul it around behind the plate. Literally, like, in the batter's box. Like, 2 feet away from Chirinos. And that was the definition of unclutch. Here's Odor. Over 2. But now, he needs a base hit. Most likely. Here we are. Guess this. Right down the middle, basically. And get through, yes! One runner will score into the center runner Betts with a bomb to the play, and he's safe as he got around the tad. A good throw by Betts. Dropped a bomb to Will Smith, the catcher, but the runner sent it down around the tad. 2 runs in over Root and Odor. 3-0 Rangers. Here is Santana who doubled in his last at bat, which was in the last inning. That's a ground ball. Cedar flipped to the second and over. Well, we did 2. Now we're up by 3 after 6. And Kluber did that no-no here in the World Series. 9 outs away, but 9 outs, still 9 outs, and that's a line drive foul. Heads up, but there's the netting. Kluber and Turner. I think it said he was 2 for 5 with 2 doubles or something, or 1 double. I don't remember. That's just low. Like I said, I had 3 pages of physical science for homework. I have 2 paces for physical science. One that's where all the questions are, like all the paragraphs, where the questions are that you find and place that. And that ball is launched, and there goes the no-no. That ball is gone. 365, 368. So 3 feet off. It was 368. I said 365. 3 feet off, but. 3-1 game. That would have tied the game if we didn't get those 2 runs into that Odor 2-run single. It's a solo home run by Justin Turner. It would have been a tied game if Odor didn't have that 2-run single, but he did. But we're still up by 2 now. But we're still up by 2. But unfortunately, there goes the no-hitter. So there goes the no-hitter and the shutout. And here's Mookie Betts. He teed off on that curveball. I didn't want it up. I aimed it like at the bottom of the zone, but unfortunately he missed his spot, left it up, and Turner crushed it to left field. And there's a curveball in the dirt, taken for a ball, and it's 1-1. So the 4-seamer, and that's a ground ball past Kluber right to a door to the left of second. And the shift on, hurry up! And he got Betts by a hair, like how he got Turner by a hair to end the last inning. Here's Bellinger, the DH, 0 for 2. So I told you they could score. They did. Would have been a tight end if there was a 2-run single by Odor, but there was. And like I said, we're still at 3-1. We are 8 outs away from the victory, but it's still 8 outs, and it's still a 2-run game. Here's Bellinger, timer on deck. So unfortunately, Kluber will not get a no-hitter here in the World Series. 0-2 count. And that was crushed, just foul. Turned on that curve, or on that cutter on the inside corner. 0-2 count. Swing and miss right around the curveball. That actually wasn't crushed. 13 strikeouts. There's Muncy, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So start with the home run, then a ground out, then a strikeout, swinging. 2 down. There, I shouldn't probably be throwing these curveballs, but worked on Bellinger. Obviously, unfortunately, it worked on Turner. Alitalis waving, and called strike 3 and an over. So then Tristram here at Low Field. The score now 3-1 Rangers since Justin Turner solo home run. So now the shutout and the no-hitter is gone, but we're still up by 2. Gotta stay positive. That's the 4-seam fastball basically center cut. And that could be a home run of our own. Retreating is Taylor. Deep left center. That ball is gone. Todd Frazier with a home run. 420 feet. I should have guessed it. 100.9 miles per hour off the bat. The left center field into the Rangers bullpen, or I think it was just to the right of the Rangers bullpen, or just to the left, or just to the right of the Dodgers bullpen. I think that's the Dodgers bullpen. I think the left center. But either way, it's 420 feet to left center. I believe that's the Dodgers bullpen. But either way, it's 4-1 Rangers. So both teams straight home runs as that was killed. 419 feet now, but either way, yeah, center cut, and here comes Dave Roberts to hit the baseball from Clayton Kershaw, and he'll just toss it. So we'll give it up, and here comes Ross Strickland. It's a 5 ERA through 9 innings here in the postseason. Blake Treinen and Scott Alexander are up in the Dodgers pen. Here's Duzman 0 for 1 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run. And that was a Heyman pitch, knocked down by Muncy. The Heyman knuckle curve, but Duzman only has 30 speed, 1 down. And here's Andrews, singled. Bat 303 in the postseason. 14 miles per hour knuckle curve, a slider, and a changeup. He was on this team, I think, when they went to the 2 World Series, or at least the second one. And that's another Heyman pitch, knocked down, speared on, or actually rather speared on a hop by Cedar, and he got Andrews by 10 feet, 2 down. And here's McCutcheon, who has a single and an RBI. Must have drove in our first run. He must have, or he did, in whatever inning they scored it in before they threw me in, swing and miss, strike 1 on the knuckle curve. You can see Alexander and Treinen warming up, a lefty and a righty. Alexander's a lefty, Treinen's a righty. And he gave me the fastball right back to him. Well, we got one. Both teams straight home runs here in the 7th. And the Rangers are up 4-1 after 7 here in Game 1. Okay, we're up by 3 again, obviously. Not over until it's over. 6 more outs to work with, or 6 more outs for the win. There's Peterson, tapped to foul, 0-1. And yeah, I probably should. That was hittable. I think Turner's home run was on a curveball. I just said. I think it was a little higher. I think. Either way, teed off on it, and that's a foul ball. Let's go with Cutter, a little low maybe. See if he chases, and he did, but he fouled it back. That's a little tapper. Well, stay fair. That ball is foul. 5 foul balls apparently. 86th pitch. That's a foul ball. I know I'll probably start warming up or closer, but is it a safe situation? It is a safe situation. Let's start warming up Jose Clear, our closer, and Brett Martin, just in case Flubert's in some trouble here, and or just because I want. Just because. 0-2 count. That's a snap bat foul. They went against ship a foul. The battle here. His pitch count is rising. 88th pitch. 0-2 count. That's a fly ball. This battle will finally end. And Santana will make the catch, although I overran it a little, but still will make the catch, 1 down. And there's Corey Cedar. First pitch. And that was a hit. I don't know why that was right down the middle. I wanted that, like, low, or not low, but at the bottom of the zone. But instead it was right down the middle, but he fouled it. Here's a sinker. And how did that miss? Like, he's been calling stuff on the corner sometimes, but not all the time. So he's been a little inconsistent. 1-1 count now. Swing and miss, strike 2, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Here we go. Let's throw the curveball. Hopefully it's not hit 500 feet. Shouldn't be in the zone. And, well, it just missed. 2-2 now. Yeah, I mean, the last player really had a good at bat. Cedar's also had a good at bat. Ground ball right side. Fielded by Kluber. I know he missed it. Picked up by Odor. And Cedar's safe. So it's a base hit. Tying runs on deck now. Here is Davin Lutz. Will Smith, who's a tying run. is on deck, but Lutz is not down to bring into the play as a tie and run. Double play maybe? Is it not? I don't know how that just went under the glove of Kluber and then Odor threw it first, but unfortunately Cedar beat it out. That's just outside 1-1. It's probably might be his last batter. I don't know. Swing and miss strike 2. This will be his 98th pitch. Next flip. Didn't miss anything. 2-2 pitch, or 1-2 pitch. 98th pitch coming from Kluber. Here we go. 4-seam fastball. And just inside. 2-2. Might be his last batter. I don't know. 2-2. And swing and miss strike 3. 2 down. It's probably his last batter here. It's 15 strikeouts. Lutz through his bat. Here Smith is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And he's not the time run, but Taylor is if Turner can get on. First pitch. Let's show a curveball. Change up. Hunter in first pitch. Low 1-1. This is his last batter. If he gives up a hit here or if Smith gets on, I'm probably not bring in Jose our closer. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. Got him. Strike 3. 16 strike out for Kluber. We headed the bottom of the 8th with the Rangers up 3. Here we go. Here's Mancini against Ross Strickland. We're up 4-1. Bottom 8. Let him in some insurance. I might let Kluber go if it's not a safe situation, which for that to happen we need at least 1 run. But either way, he's at like 102 pitches. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Probably bring in Leclerc either way, even if it's not a safe situation. Here we go. That almost took the rod to a high knuckle curve. Almost hit the umpire. Almost hit the pitcher too. Base hit for Mancini. And there's Dallo, 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Scoring now, Odor 2-run single. And that was a Hayden pitch laced. Knuckle curve right down the middle. So 2 knuckle curves hit hard. 1 to center, 1 to right. 2 on, nobody out for the Rangers here in the 8th. And now it's Robinson Chirinos who popped out with a run sent in third and 1 out in the previous inning? And then the 6th inning. And obviously both teams shredded home runs. In the 7th, here's Chirinos, line drive, caught by Peterson on Tadden. Throw to third is close, but not in time. Runners at corners, 1 out. So Chirinos does line out the left, but he does advance the lead runner to third. Here's Odor, a 2-run signal, and his last at bat, which is in the bottom of the 6th. That's a line drive right center field. That will get the run home. Will it get down? It will. And it will stay in play. 1 run will score. Here comes the 2nd runner. Going to third is the batter. Throw home. It's not in time. It's a 2-run triple, maybe double. And I'll say maybe 2-run double events on the throw. But either way, it's a 2-run double or 2-run triple. But either way, both runs did score. It's now 6-1. No, 7-1 Rangers. Right here comes Blaine Trinan. 6-1. Runner at third, 1 out. Here's Santana, 1 for 3 with a double. I'm not sure if they're calling that 2-run double or a 2-run triple, but either way, it's 2 RBIs popped up. Shallow center or medium deep center, and it's caught by Taylor. I'm telling you, throw home is up the line, and then Smith couldn't field it. And even if he did, would have to do a swim move. He couldn't, as he didn't field the ball cleanly as the throw by Taylor was up the third base line. Zach Fine RBI for Santana. 7-1 Texas as we have got 3 insurance runs here in the 8th. And here's Todd Frazier homered in his last at bat. And that's a fly ball. This won't be done. It's a Betts or Taylor. Will be Taylor. It was pretty deep, but nowhere near the wall or the trap. The wall or the warning track. We had in the 9th in Game 1 of the World Series with the Rangers now up by 6. Do I let Kluber down? The energy's still in the green. And this is a 103rd or 104th pitch. Let's do it because we're up by 6. Ground ball, foul. So I do have 2 hits. A solo home run to Justin Turner and an infield single by Corey Seager. And here's Chris Taylor. Top of the order is due up 1, 2, 3, but they need 6 to tie 7 to take the lead. So What happened? Here we go. Swing and a miss, straight 2. 1-2 pitch. And called strike 3 on the outside corner at the, as he throws, or called strike 3. Called strike 3 on Chris Taylor on a cutter that was 86 miles per hour on the outside corner. 17 strike out. Unfortunately, even if he strikes out, that's 2 dies. He won't get 20. He could get 19 though if he strikes out, then that's 2 dies. But he won't get 20, which that would happen. And I'd rather not get 19 because that would be 1 away from getting 20. I'd rather get 17 like he has right now or 18. Which for that to happen, he needs, or at least 18, he needs 1 ball put in play and 1 strike down. And for 19, he needs 2 strikeouts. And for 17, well, he needs 2 balls put in play. And that was a foul ball off the railing in front of the Rangers coaching staff or players in the dugout down there. Yeah, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Turner, and the Rangers dugout is the first base dugout, and the Dodgers dugout is the third base dugout. So the Dodgers bullpen is in left center field, and the Rangers bullpen is in right, or the Dodgers bullpen is in left center field, and the Dodgers bullpen is in left center field, and the Rangers bullpen is in right center field. There we go. First pitch to Betts, 112 pitch down. Betts is the last chance for LA. He's 0 for 3. That's hit the zone, but it's called a ball. Here we go. Energy at Kluber's in the yellow. 113th pitch. Looking for the complete game here in Game 1 of the World Series. And it's 1-1. Here we go. 1-1 pitch. And it's a foul ball. Here we go. Everyone on their feet. Dodgers down on a final strike. 1-2 pitch. And what the heck, Blue? How is that not a strike? Well, he's not wearing blue. He's wearing the jacket because I believe the roof is open. Is it open? Yeah, the roof is open. So it's probably like, maybe like, in Texas, it's October. It's probably like 70 degrees, probably. Probably feels really nice. 2-2 pitch. And that is a foul ball. Here we go. 117th pitch for the complete game in Game 1 of the World Series. That's a ground ball fair. Charging is Torino, sprung to first, and Betts is saved by an eyelash. So it's an infield single, third of the game for LA. Here's Bellinger. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He's the Dodgers DH. First pitch is outside. Now let him keep going because obviously we're still up by 6, but here we go. 1-0 pitch, 119th pitch. It's 2-0. I mean, his energy, I mean, it's not red yet, it's yellow. 2-0 pitch. I'm going with a 2-0 curveball, and he hit foul at 2-1. Here we go. Let's start the 14 fastball. 121st pitch. Ground ball foul, and the Dodgers are once again out of final strike. Here we go. To win Game 1 of the World Series. Let's do a change-up right there. And swing and miss, strike 3 as Kluber gets a complete game. Here in Game 1 of the World Series. 1 down, 3 to down. 2 fireballs. But obviously, you play every playoff game. As Odor's the top hitter for the Rangers. Turner's the top hitter for the Dodgers. Kluber gets the win, now 3-0. Kershaw gets lost, now he's 2-2. We get the win. He gets a complete game. Gave up 1 run, which is on the Justin Turner solo home run. Gave up only 3 hits. The home run, solo home run by Turner, the infield single by Cedar, and the infield single by Betts. Which both they were infield singles, obviously. We got the win next night, and it's Game 2 of the World Series. As win to take 2-0, or win the Tate 2-0 World Series lead. And let's say, oh, they're throwing us in a game where we're down 2-0 at home still. We're down 2-0, top of the 6th, so we have 12 more outs to work with. Down 2-0. So I was on beginner, I ended up scoring there 6 runs, but who knows? As yeah, like I said, they throw us in down 2-0 at home because it's still, we saw Game 1 and 2 are at home. So Game 2, we're up 1-0 in the series, but we're down 2-0 in the game, top of the 6th, so we have 12 more outs to work with. And that's up to other series. I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, it'll be the first elimination game for either team here in the World Series. So it'll be the first game, like I said, the first elimination game for either team here in the World Series. So it could be Game 4 if we're up 3-0. It could be Game 5 if we're up 3-1. It could be Game 6 if we're up 3-2. So it'll be Game 4, 5, or 6. So, like I said, in the next episode of the series, I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, it will be the first elimination game for either team in the series, and it will be game 4, 5, or 6. And there's a possibility that it could be our elimination game. Even if it's our elimination game, I will be filming it, and like I said, it'll be the first elimination game for either team here in the World Series, and it'll be game 4, 5, or 6, and obviously you guys will find out when I post that video. This video will probably go up on Wednesday. Surprising, because I haven't done one of these where I filmed on a school night. Then I did it after the third day of school of last school year, so that was over about a year ago, just over a year ago. It was like a year ago, as of like yesterday, or like 2 days ago, or 3 days ago. But like I said, I had 3 pages of physical science for homework, and I have one physical science pace, but it's broken up into 2 paces. It's broken up into 2 paces. Has the same like cover. One's color and one's black and white. The black and white pace is the one that you work in and you answer the questions, and the colored one is where the answers are, like where there's paragraphs in that pace where you read the paragraphs and then the answers are in there. So there's basically a reading pace and an activity pace, and the reading pace is for reading to find the answers in the paragraphs, and then the activity pace is to do the activities, they answer the questions. And you also have to cross-reference, so like if I find this answer on page 10, you have to write 10, that's the question. So yeah, we're up one game in the World Series, 3-1 away from the Rangers are 3-1 away from winning their first World Series in franchise history, but unfortunately, they're throwing us in the game 2, down 2-0 at home, top of the 6th, and like I said, we have 12 more rounds to work with. Next episode of the series, I'm not sure when it's going to be in real life, but in this game, it will be the first elimination game for either team in the World Series. And hopefully that would come out sooner than later. Alright, yeah, hopefully that episode, which will be the next episode of the series, would come out sooner than later. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Okay, that's how much listen to the board. If you had that's how much listen to the board. If you had subscribed, the like button. Subscribe if you have any entire mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, friends, pets, friends. Okay, that's how much listen to the board. If you had subscribed, the like button. Subscribe if you have any entire mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 11 of the Texas Rangers March to October series. See you in episode number 11. And eat a lot of bacon and go Rangers.